Hello and welcome, my name is Ajaxpost and this is day 4 of this War of Mine, episode 3 in my new Let's Play series. Marco has just returned from scavenging through the night, and excellent, no bandits trying to rob us, so we've still got all our supplies left. The night was calm and he's come back with a reasonably good haul. Now everyone is actually hungry at the moment, so well, not hungry but very hungry, so I want him to get fed and then I can send him to bed. Right, once he's done that, thank you, we'll have Marin, not Bruno, we'll have Marin eat the next meal, and then I can send him down to the workshop to see what we can build. Oh, bio, why is that flashing? Well, getting food is now a priority, we must persevere. Yeah, we're running out of cooked meals, but I think we've got enough supplies, more or less, to carry on coping. Okay, so Marin, what can we build down here? Okay, we have two boarded up holes. And the 3 is the number we need. That's the complete set, so yeah, we'll make that. The other thing that might be useful here is the animal trap, which allows us to capture rats and turn them into raw food for us. So when the weather sort of gets really cold and miserable, or when the rebels cut off part of the city, that can be a handy way of keeping the food supply up. But we don't need that yet, I think. Besides which, it does take a fair number of components, as you can see here, which I don't want to waste on that just yet. But we'll put the barricade up, so we'll make that. And Bruno, you can make food. No, you can't because we're short of fuel. Now we can make fuel actually directly here. Make it out of books, or actually, I'll make it out of a book. Really shouldn't do that. But I think we should be able to find more books in scavenging, and I want to keep the wood for the moment. Okay, so now we've got fuel, we should be able to cook these more nutritious meals. 2 of them. That should keep us going for a while. Once Bruno's eaten that, we can send him to bed to rest. There we go. Okay, so Bruno, you can go to bed. Okay, Marin. Right, metal workshop. Actually, no, let's go to the radio first, just check what the news is while we're on that floor. Okay, rebels warning us not to cross the front lines, well, we wouldn't anyway. Counterattacks from rebels. Don't think this means too much to us at the moment. Gradually increasing temperatures, excellent, because what we really need to worry about is when it gets cold, so we'll leave the music on. That's good for morale, apparently. No, music is good actually for you. Okay, so we don't have any shovels. Do we need one just yet? I don't know. Don't suppose we can upgrade that at all. No, we're just short of components. It'd be nice to upgrade this quite soon, because that allows us to repair broken guns or broken pistols anyway, which gives us a firearm to use, which is nice as a weapon, and also axes, which are useful for breaking up furniture, which gives us extra wood. Oops, someone at the door. Ooh, people at the door. Which, yeah, the axe allows us to break up furniture, which gives us both wood and fuel, so that's a handy thing to have. Okay, so who are these guys? Let's talk, you won't regret it. We live several blocks from here. We saw you took refuge in this building, and since we're supposed to be neighbours, we decided to pay you a visit and say hello. We brought you some vegetables from our garden. Oh my goodness! if only Bruno had waited. He could have made more nutritious meals. Right, that's wonderful. Thank you. But that's, you know, in times of hardship, people do come together. Actually, we could upgrade our stove, which would be a more efficient way of cooking, but we can't while there's food there, and I don't really want to waste that meal when he's only hungry. Okay, can we build anything else? Unfortunately, you only get one set of visitors per day, so we're not going to get a trader at this point. We don't need a heater just yet. A herbal workshop can be useful, as can a still. Do we have sugar? We do a little bit of sugar. Moonshine is a good trading thing. It's not especially valuable, but it can be handy for trade purposes. If you haven't got anything else that you want to give up, obviously. But it does require water and sugar, and water you need for food. So I tend not to use it a lot. Okay, how much is that shovel? Herb gardens and stuff are handy, to be honest, but okay, we'll take a shovel. And here's Marco. He's fine. We'll just let him sit down. Again, another good thing for morale would be to build an armchair. But that's comfort. And we're in the early days of the war. If we need comfort, it'll become much more important later on. Okay. Actually, I'm just thinking if it might be useful to build an extra lockpick, because they break first time, as we saw. That goes there. No, not you, Marco. You can stay there. That's me not paying attention. Typical. No, he was wrong. It's there. Don't. Ooh, should we have another lockpick? No, we'll go with that for the time being, I think. Okay. Right, I think everyone is okay. Bruno will carry on sleeping until he's not tired anymore. There's nothing else we can do in the house here, so let's end the day. Go scavenging. Right. Ooh, several new locations have been located for looting. The shelled cottage. That's a good, safe place to visit. Oh, we've been there already. That's why it says visited. Pay attention. The garage. That can be handy. See, there's lots of good stuff there. But we will run into other people. It shouldn't be trouble, but you may need to pay attention. Depends on if you're going to play the game and just loot stuff that is freely available, or attempt to steal stuff from them, in which case they will get a bit cross. The Shell School. That looks good. Again, no danger. Now the supermarket is good. As you can see, there's a fair amount of stuff there, and it marks as dangerous. But that is only in a particular situation, or there's a particular type of danger there. So we can get a morale boost from the supermarket. So what I will actually do is I'll go there, although it says danger, so that I can do what I hope it will allow me to do, and get the morale boost as well. As you will see, hopefully, there's lots of benefits from going to the supermarket early in the game. If you leave it till later, I think the options, the sort of rewards that you can get from dealing with the danger that's there, disappear. They say, I think they might even only last the one night, but I'm not going to risk losing it, so I want to take that now it's available. We'll have Bruno on guard. Okay, so what will Marco take? Now, you can use the crowbar, but I want to take the knife because that is an actual weapon. We'll leave the crowbar and the shovel to the guys in the shelter, just in case anyone tries to raid them, as they've got something with which to defend themselves. Okay, let's go. So we're not alone here. There are other people here because it's a supermarket and people expect to be able to find stuff here. Right, some good resources to start with. We'll leave those there. So what have we got going on here? Ah, that's a pretty name for such a pretty face. What's going on in here? There's a soldier. Down, down, down! No! No! Oh, I screwed that up. Ah, no! Ah, no! No! The trick is, it is quite an easy one to deal with as well. If you can just get him while his back's turned, you can kill him with the knife quite easily, and then you get the reward for saving the girl from the soldier, and you get all his equipment as well. But now I don't. And I don't have a good scavenger anymore. And I've lost one of my survivors. Oh no! And we've been raided. It just gets better. Okay, someone tried to rob us. They really meant business, but we managed to fend them off. Thankfully, we were all armed. None of us were wounded, and the attackers didn't steal anything, so that's something at least. We were able to defend ourselves, but Marco was killed while looking for supplies. That was a terrible night. Ah, you're not kidding. Now everyone's sad. Really sad that Marco is no longer among us. We will relate his story to his close ones after the war. Oh, no, no, no! And Bruno, again, he'll be feeling the same. Okay, well, sort of the same. Marco was killed. I'm glad it wasn't me. I have to be careful. Again, all the characters in the game have their own particular background story and their own perspective on the war and their own survival. Okay, so Bruno, you can sleep. Marin. Now the trouble here is we've got two people and we're going to need one out scavenging and one guarding. Now they only normally need sort of half a day for sleep, so we will still be able to achieve stuff during the day. But I am so I should have, when I send someone out to scavenge, there are two modes you can be in: scavenge and combat mode, and I just failed to put Marco in combat mode before I went in to deal with the soldier, and that's why I was so slow, and I just couldn't play. I'm just no good at these sort of first person shooter type games and those that require lots of clicking, so I was quite slow on dealing with that. I might have been able to deal with him because I wounded him before he shot me, but no. Ouch. Okay, now hopefully the trader will come today and we can get some components to start upgrading. I want to upgrade our metal workshop if I can, but we can build an armchair which will give us a mood boost. Okay, so how much do we need to upgrade? this. So that's 10 components, another 4 wood or so. Okay, now if there's anyone coming, they should arrive within the next hour, game time. They killed Marco like a dog. He did, but to be honest, he did attack the soldier first, so to be expected. That is such bad news. No, there's no sign of the trader. So let's see if we can build something useful. Little workshop. The rainwater collector is handy for collecting extra water, but it takes a long time to work, and it needs feeding with sort of these filter blocks, which are especially cheap. And I've normally not needed to do that, so I don't worry about it. No, I'm not going to worry about any of this stuff for the moment. I'm just so cross with myself. And the trouble is, because I could have, if I wanted to cheat, I think I could have very quickly exited the game the moment Marco was killed, and then tried to replay the game, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and play it as honestly as possible. So, okay, let's go for another end of day. Let's another nighttime scavenge. I'm going to send Marin out to scavenge. Again, Bruno can guard. I don't think there's going to be any danger at the supermarket, so I shouldn't need the knife. But as you can see, these guys just don't have the same number of slots. So they've only got 10 slots to carry, whereas Marco had 15, so he can bring a lot more back. Well, let's go to the supermarket anyway. Now, I believe... Oh, and of course Marco's died, so I've lost the knife. It gets better, doesn't it? Well, I'll take the crowbar in case I need to defend myself. I don't... No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm so cross with myself. You heard about that, soldier? What he tried to do? Good thing the girl is safe. Well, that's something. I've got the morale boost, I suppose, from saving the girl. You heard about that, soldier? What? Yeah. Ah, okay. So this will be Marco's backpack. Right. So I've got the knife back at least, which is something. It's the one sort of unfortunate thing you can't do is interact with other survivors within the game. They will say things to you which are relevant, but you can't interact directly with them. There are a few people that you can interact with. Let's go all the way out here, and I'll start taking stuff back to the front door, so I can see what goodies we can accumulate. Okay, that's not a bad selection. We'll take that. We'll take this. So this woman is trying to tell me what's happened, and I'm simply ignoring her. Okay, not being terribly useful there to us at the moment. What have we got here? This is good stuff. We don't need that for the moment. The food is handy. So rather than the fertiliser, we'll take the food back. Well, actually, I'm going to drop it all here anyway for the moment. I've got until 5 AM. Well, I have to be back by 5 AM. So I've got some time still to look around the place and pick the most useful kit up. So So actually let's go upstairs, shall we? People still have the strength to fight back, that's very true. It's weird, isn't it, how she just keeps following him around. We did have to make teddy bears. Again, they're not terribly useful, but they can be used as trade. They have a little value. Oh, I can't get up there. Can I get through this door? No, I have to go down and back up, I think. We can't use the stairs while she's still on them. What have we got here? Oop, shots in the distance. Okay, right, let's just deposit that back at our holding pile. You better not be stealing my stuff, girl. See, if I switch into combat mode, what is she doing? She better not be taking us nothing. She's found nothing. Well, that's good. You know, it's generally the rule is that the non-playing characters don't actually discover what you've hidden in these piles. You see, if I change that to knife, I can attack this girl, and if she was carrying anything useful, I would be able to retrieve it from her body, but she's not an armed person. She's not a rebel or a soldier, so I would lose morale for attacking her, because she's a survivor just like us. Okay, it's getting 1 o'clock, so I should start thinking about... This is quite good stuff here, but is it enough? Enough sleeping? Is there somebody down there? Coffee! Handy. Okay, we've got someone addicted to coffee. What's going on through here? And in here. I'm not expecting to find anyone, as I think, if you remember, on the map. No, it did still say danger, didn't it? That's kind of generic. Ah. So who was down here then? There must have been somebody. There's a bed with stuff under it. Oh, handy stuff. Okay, can I put the teddy bear in there? I can. The guitar is handy because that's a morale booster. We can repair that. That's handy. Okay, I will leave those... Oh, I don't want to leave them down there. Okay, let me just quickly... Oh, you don't know how to... Of course you know how to get up there. Oh dear. It's amazing how quickly he forgets stuff. Actually, what's that say? That's it's Marco's body. He deserved better. He certainly did. Okay. Oops. You're not getting any trouble from me, my dear. You're quite safe. Okay. Okay, we'll just make one last trip then downstairs into the basement and pick up the final two things from under the bed. And that's us done. We won't be able to use those items for a while. We need to enhance. No, actually, I think we can mend. I think we can mend the guitar. But as I recall, neither Marin nor Bruno have any guitar skills, so it's pointless. And the medicines we actually need to build, I think, it's the herb garden and improve that before we can make any use of it. Leave the guitar behind. And medicines and the tobacco. What wood have we got? Is that going to be enough? We needed 10 of that. I think we've got enough components. I think that's enough wood. No, we'll take that out. I want more wood. As it were, if you'll excuse the phrase. It's so annoying having so few slots to fill. And I've left the knife behind. I don't want to leave... No, we're not leaving the knife behind. We'll come back for the coffee. Okay. Alright. The snipers are out again, so let's get to the exit. And that's it for this little episode. I will stop the game there if I can. Once it gets into day 6. Okay, so at the moment the night was calm, but as I said, it will restart the game when I come back into it for the next episode. So it might not have been calm. Who knows? But anyway, well, this was unexpectedly exciting, not to say depressing episode. So we've lost one of our 3 survivors, potentially the most useful one. Although of course they're all equally important, mustn't forget that. But he was very useful for collecting stuff. So we've got 2 guys left now. Can I keep them alive until the ceasefire, the end of the war? We're only on day 6 now, is it? Or 7, I've forgotten already. And we've got 40 days in total to survive. So we will see. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this this little episode, despite what happened. If you have done, do please leave me a like. They're always very handy and very good to have. Any ideas, thoughts or comments, suggestions, by all means please do leave us a comment in the boxes below. And if you've not done so already, why not subscribe? And that way you'll know when I post more of these videos for you to enjoy. Or criticise, whichever you prefer to do. Anyway, from me, Ajaxpost, until next time, bye bye for now.